You see, I'm just one person advocating for the majority of the people who make $43,000 a year. And according to you, it's negative talk. I'm just one person. Imagine hundreds of families hitting the streets because they need a place to live because they can't pay their rent. That's the problem here. Mm-hmm. A serious crossroads is happening, and look, Mayor Mitchell, New Bedford, spent ARPA funds and home funds, got developers who specialize in affordable housing. And the way you qualify that is that your average median household income has to be at or below the median household income for that area. 150 units. They're using federal money, but he's got $50 million and doesn't want to do what Mayor Mitchell did. That's the problem, and that's what I'm hearing from a lot of people in this town. Is saying, you know what, we got money. He can do the same thing. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's just doing what others are doing to put a roof over people's heads.
I think you two need a serious meeting by yourself.
Mayor Mitchell has the
So
answer.
neither you're going to change his idea, or you're going to change his view.
No,
But here's the thing.
Wait a minute, Brian. He's got the chair.
Mayor Mitchell,
Can I have 1 second, colleagues? What I say to you is, if you're so knowledgeable about it.
I'm not knowledgeable. I'm explaining. what I hear.
Nelson, let him talk.
Take
Nelson.
advantage of what your knowledge is. If you know, take advantage of what your knowledge is.
I'll answer
You
that
know
question.
about all these programs, right? Put your money where your mouth is.
Okay.
If you can do
It's not a
this,
program. What I just told you is not a program. It's a mayor spending money to bring affordable housing. You see, you're saying, what can I do? Yeah. I'm not the one in power. I'm not the one who is an elected official. He is an elected official who has the power to do something, and he went on camera and said, what do you want me to do? On camera. I'm not an elected official. He is.
Nelson, buy a house.
He is.
Nelson, buy a house and help some families. I'm with him.
Okay. Somebody else has the floor. Nelson.
Renters do help the city.
Buy a house and rent some.
Renters do help the city.
Someone else has been recognized.
Yes, go ahead.
So, I think that,
Nelson, please.
Very disrespectful.
Nelson, please.
That's okay.
Somebody else has.
so I'm gonna tell you what we're,
Yeah, you should.
I'm just gonna
Come
tell
on,
you what
come
we're
on.
gonna do to try and help. So, I know that this has been a huge, problem for us, whether it be opiate addiction, trying to find somebody, housing, or, you come across somebody that's homeless and you're trying to find them a place to go, but as police officers, we come across these people all the time, but it's 2 a.m, and it's 10 o'clock at night, and we don't know where those resources are. We go to the 84-year-old woman's house at 2 a.m. because she's sickly, and we're like, nobody to help her. And we don't have that information to go forward. So as soon as he started talking about it, I wrote my little note to help solve the problem. And I'll be calling the mayor's office tomorrow, and torturing Ann O'Neill Souza for a list of all these things, so that I can say, hey, to one of my guys, to Rick, go buy such and such a house, reach out to this group, have them, give them this woman's name, and go and have her, help her out, whether it's filling out a form. But I'm also gonna tell you what we come across all the time. I'm prideful. I don't want assistance. You know, elderly people, we all have those stubborn mother and fathers that don't want to leave their house, and so sometimes it's difficult, and you can't twist somebody's arm to fill out a form, right? But we can call these places, because there's no one, other than maybe rescue, that sees these people in their home more than the police and the paramedics. But as a neighborhood group, if you come together and you know that there is 2 or 3 elderly people or 2 or 3 families that are struggling, like, let's get a list together and reach out to these people. It's, hey, how you doing? Are you all right? Hey, I just heard, I spoke to the mayor, Representative Viola, and there's a new program coming out. Well, I'll give you their name, right? So like neighbor helping neighbor. We can't just depend on the police or politicians or somebody who doesn't even live around here, right? We have to help each other. Like I said earlier, I was here at the inception of the Flint neighborhood. And, we were out knocking on doors.
If I'm lucky, we probably got an apartment for her for the price that she can afford. But
maybe she doesn't need to leave. Maybe one of these programs could help her and she could stay right there.
no, because she didn't got evicted. And that program that,
But when you get evicted, that puts you at the top of the list, to the top of the
Yeah,
list.
she don't-
That puts
she
you in a
don't-
better position if you get an eviction.
I don't know. I don't know that if that's really is going to help her more than she can get help now. But here's the thing, and the reason that I invited Mikey on was because I called him and I asked him. We have a lot of information about these developers and everything. Do we have somebody? Do we have an organization that can give us some information for people that want to buy and turn into affordable housing? So he said that he works with 4 different groups or 4 different companies. And I told him, do you mind to come to our meeting, be our guest, and kind of share those groups? So this way, we have both sides. We don't have just the side of these huge developers, but we have the side for somebody that wants to buy, that Nelson wants to buy a 5-family, he wants to turn it into affordable housing. What is the organizations out there? What help can he get to become an owner and rent the apartments for affordable price, okay? So that's why I put Mikey on my agenda, and it's too bad that he's not feeling good and he called in sick today, but I told him, I want you there because you have those contacts, you have that information that can help us too, because we have a lot of information that we watch from, buildings getting tax credits and all that, if you want to buy like huge buildings. But we don't have almost no information for somebody that wants to develop affordable housing. So that's why until we have those both sides and those both informations on the table, myself I will have a better education to talk about and kind of make up my mind which one and why this group's going that way instead of coming this way. So I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to reach.
Yes. Say something. I am so sorry. Can we make a motion? That's why I was raising my hand.
Yeah,
It's gonna take a while.
Can I make a motion if next month we can have her back next
Yeah, I can come
in
back next
September?
month.
I won't come.
no, you can come every
I
month.
just come every month.
To think your brain, so you need to come.
It's
No,
not
I
a
know,
problem,
but,
but
you know.
it takes a
So,
little while to do the training.
Oh, yeah?
I just
Okay.
didn't want people to feel like, oh, it's
Rushed,
gonna be
yeah,
really
yeah.
a late night.
So,
One second though, the one thing that I can see that we have for a major issue is going back to what we were talking about earlier, the 84-year-old woman example and her example.
Can you give me just a minute?
Yeah.
Because we have a motion on the table,
Yeah,
and
go
I
ahead,
want to
go
finish
ahead.
this. So we have a motion to bring back
Yeah.
Pam next month. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, so this way you can you have your time to wrap up.
So can I make a motion to table this discussion for a future date?
For
Yeah.
housing?
And that we can
I just have.
Let me-
at least put this
I
to
just
bed
wanna
right
get
now.
my
Yeah.
point.
Well, I put the motion out,
He has
Brian.
No, I understand, I just was in the middle of a conversation real quick.
Yeah, I have-
About where we
Go ahead.
need to be.
So go ahead. When you finish.
So where she had a really great point. So our biggest issue that we have right now, if you listen to everything that was said tonight, is that publicly, right, when that person is looking for assistance, they're probably gonna tell you because they're their neighbor, or you happen to bump into them every time you're out. So I guess what our biggest issue that we have is we really don't know what to do. And it should be that the people of Fall River know what to do when that person is gonna lose their apartment or something. And I think that's what we're missing out. The whole point of it is our short-term goal right now is what can we do instantly to try to help that person from becoming homeless? Because we just don't have enough information like we need.
Yes, yeah, and that's why I think Mike will have that side, that other side information that can provide us. So we're trying to at least have an idea what we have out there for people that, want to buy Nelson's gonna be the next
Yeah,
home buyer.
so, to address, his remark, he said for me to buy a house. I just have one suggestion for you. I wanna see you run this city without rental property taxes. And just single, no. Just single
You're gonna
family,
Jason?
exclude rental property taxes from the budget, right? And only single families. Run this city without rentals.
Run the city without taxes.
Run this,
No, run the
Run this
city
city without rentals. You can't do it.
So we have a motion, from Joe to, Joe, what's your motion?
Thank you.
To end the conversation right now and continue it at a future date.
Okay, so I gotta, can I have a second? Okay.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn. Motion,
To adjourn, yes.
Joe, to adjourn.
Second, favor.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.